Well, integrated reporting in South Africa started when King 3 came out in September 2009, and it recommended that companies prepare an integrated report as one of its 75 principles. But it didn't give too much detail. So a couple of organizations got together, SACA, the JSE, the Institute of Directors, Southern Africa, BUSA, and we decided that we needed to create a framework that companies could use on how to do an integrated report and what does an integrated report look like. So at a working group level, which is a subcommittee of the IRC of South Africa, we came up with this framework, and it was a world first. And in that, we came up with some principles and some content elements about the structure of a framework. That framework received global acclaim, actually. It was the first in the world, and it eventually fed into the development of the international integrated reporting framework. So I think it's an Africa story. You know, it's an area where South Africa really led the rest of the world. Now the role of the IRC of South Africa, now that the international framework has come out, and which we have endorsed as guidance on good practice, now we see our role as promoting awareness and improving the quality of integrated reports in South Africa. So, for instance, we have come out with a guidance and information papers over the past 2 years. So last year we produced a starter's guide on how to prepare an integrated report, and this year we're working on an information paper which will help companies to better disclose the outcomes. So in the international framework, they talk about outputs versus outcomes. And outcomes are essentially the consequences on your capitals of you being in business. And we saw that many companies in South Africa and around the world actually are not doing this well. So the working group has come together, and we'll be putting out an information paper which first goes to the IRC for approval and then for public dissemination. And that is aimed at helping companies to disclose better outcomes. So we still have a role to play in technical guidance, and indeed our starters guide has gone around the world. Actually, it's not only South African companies that have used it. Well, the IRC of South Africa, you know, we do like to see award programs out there because it does stimulate interest in integrated reporting. And I think it does actually improve the quality. I mean, you saw today, as you mentioned, the competitiveness between the companies. Who's going to win this year and who's going to win next year? And all that adds to the quality. But I think the awards should probably be built around the international framework now. That is the guidance that companies should be using. SOCs, so the Nkonki Award is the only one that focuses, this particular award, on the SOCs. And I think it's great because the integrated reporting in SOCs is ideal. You're reporting to your stakeholders.